Hey guys, nice to see you here. I'm hoping that you can see me okay. I see that you can see part of this. I'm going to scoot this back just a tad bit so you don't see that quite so well. There. I was just trying to make it to where when I do my stamping that I have just this room right here, because otherwise I end up not always being in video. So I just want to make sure. So Angelina, is that how you say your name? I hope it is. Hey, Lola. Glad to see you. Hey, Pat. This is so exciting to have you guys here. So I'm going to get started because this card, both of these cards are using techniques, and I wanted to be able to get them done and not have it take too awfully long. But let me show you what this one does. It's pretty darn cool. So it sits up like this. And then you stick a tea light, and I'm going to turn off the lights so you can see. So you stick a tea light in here in the back. You can see it with the light on, but let's see what it looks like without. Oh, see, you can kind of see that? Isn't that nice? I love it. So I came up with this one. The other one is one I've done forever. So I just wanted to, we can turn that off. I just wanted to share with you because I love the tea light cards and I wanted to make one. So this works out perfect. So, hi. Yes. So my team member for my Stampin' Besties is from, she's not Portuguese. So I guess that doesn't work. I was going to say she does a different language, but it's not yours. Sorry, Angelina. All right. So let's get started. All right, so we're going to start off with soft suede, and we are going to score it at 2 3/4 and 5.5. Okay, so it's going to fold like that, and then this is going to fold like this. Oh, I didn't need to put my cutter away because we need to do some cutting, because if you notice on this card, if I left the half sheet here, you would see a line across here where the cardstock starts. So I have to cut out some so that when the light is in there, you do not see it. So we're going to go ahead and flip this over. I'm going to put it at 1/2 inch and then bring my cutter up. And we are going to start at 1 1/4 and go down to 4 1/4. Then I'm going to flip it and we're going to do it again. So 4 1/4 to 1 1/4. Then we're going to bring it over here. And I think I just kind of eyeball where this goes to get that cut off. That's not bad. And then we'll do this one. And you just kind of see where you can see when you place your trimmer where it gets into the middle. So where the lines you did before it gets into the middle. Okay, so now this is extra. We could throw that away. This is ready to go. All right, so this is the way it's going to go. You're going to bring in a piece of soft suede that is 5 1/4 by 4, and you're going there. You have two ways of doing this. I did it. If you cut this out first on here, then you can run it through your folder, which is the old world paper, after, which makes more sense because if you do this one first, then when you run this one through, it squishes all this down. So I tend to do this first and then do the folder after. All right. So I have that right here already done. Isn't that great? Wish that would work for everything. So we have that. And then what we're going to do, and I did it upside down, but no, I guess I could do it this way. Want to make sure that nope, it's got to go this way. All right, so then we're going to make our background, which is the birds in the nest. And I've already stamped and die cut out the nest. This is a really fun stamp. and let me show you. I'm going to go ahead and use a scrap of crumb cake and then early espresso. Hey, Steph, Linda, Jeanette, you guys are awesome coming. All right, so you're just going to stamp it, die cut it with the die, and then that's where I have this. Then I'm going to sponge it because I really want it to not have this light border. So make sure you guys hit like if you wouldn't mind. And if I would love it if you would share my video or this, the video, my live, because I need to get my name out there better. All right. Then we are going to still use the early espresso, but this time we're going to, where's my, right here. We're going to go ahead and stamp the bird. And I have two birds. One faces one way and the other faces the other way. Isn't that cool? All right. So I'm going to have the one that goes this way on here. Isn't that cute? And what's nice is that I don't have to, I mean, it'll die cut out right here. This is the stamp set Birds and Blooms. Sorry if I didn't tell you that earlier, but it's so cute. Okay, so we're going to die cut that, and I already have that. Just trying to keep us going. All right. Then we have to stamp the blue bird, and we're going to do him on Balmy Blue. Goodness. And stamp it with Pacific Point, because I want a really dark blue. See how pretty that looks? So we're die cut that out. Now I'm going to leave both of these out because I've already die cut them, of course. And I'm going to sponge them with the brown and the blue, whichever one, you know, gets the brown. You can tell that the brown gets a brown. Easy peasy. This just adds a little bit more texture. And then the Pacific Point for this bird, he just looks so cute with the dark. Oh, love it. Okay, so now we're going to close that. Close this. Let me clean off my stamps real quick with my chamois so we don't have to worry about dropping anything in it. Are you getting this set, Jeanette? Because that's funny. Wasn't it last week you were getting another set that I was using? I love it. Okay, so now we're going to take and put some adhesive on the back of this so we can add the bird on this side. So we're just going to do it on this side just to get the bird on there. And he's going to go, or she, depending, right here. And then we're going to go ahead and place this on the bottom of here to make it be where we want. And I'm going to put some adhesive along this. All right, because this gets, the other bird is going to be on the side. All right, so there we've got that. Make sure he's down. Then before we do anything else, we're going to go ahead and put some adhesive around the circle and over him right here. All right, and then I'm coming in with a piece of vellum that will cover that hole, and that is 3 3¼ squared. And we just want to make sure that it covers that hole. And of course, I probably shouldn't have made this, so we're just going to wipe that off, or I have something better. We're going to come in with the embossing buddy and just put it over top of that, and it won't be sticky anymore. You might want to put it on your edges of your vellum just to be sure you don't go over. All right, so we have that. We do see a little bit of the sticky there. That's why you would more than likely put it on the back of this so it wouldn't go over. All right, so now we have that. We're going to go ahead and, where is my, there it is. We're going to go ahead and put adhesive up to this line here and along the bottom, because this is all going to be connected. You do not want to go above the score line, because then you will not, it will not pop open for you to have your other thing on there. So we're going to go ahead and make it so it is, you know, the right way. So it's layered perfectly. And then there we go. So isn't that good? We're going to go ahead and put our bluebird here. And I like to have him where they're touching beaks. I'd say noses, but I don't think they really have noses. All right. Linda is my rah-rah girl. I love her. She's always so happy. And she's always there for me. I love it. She was gone for a while and then she came back. So let me get some liquid glue. First off, we have these two that I've die cut out of the out of this die. I've already done it, but we need to color them. And this is an easy way of doing it. Is I'm just going to use Old Olive and Soft Suede, because those are colors that should be in here. And we are just going to color my leaves, the Old Olive. Is this okay? Make sure it's in the picture. All right, well, we might as well do both while we have it. So we have a little less than a week where you can sign up to be a part of the Stampin' Besties Club again. We are going to be using, I mean, if you've already signed up, you don't need to do it again because you're already in there. But we are using the butterfly set, and let me tell you, the cards we've done is absolutely stunning. So you won't want to miss it. And that we are going to start putting the orders in on the 22nd, I think. So you have to make sure that you are signed up by then. And then they will ship out to you so that they will be there in time for you to join us on our Zoom. And ask some of the girls that went on to the Zoom here how fun that was. Because we get bracelets. Fun. And last month we got a bracelet with an ice cream cone because we did it with ice cream cones. And this month we're doing butterflies. So guess what we're having for our charm? Bet you can't guess. And it is taped, our Zoom, so that if you can't make it on the day, you can always watch it later. All right, so we have these done. I am going to bring this in, and we got to see where we want it. And I just want to put some glue on the back of the leaves. Thanks, Gail. I thought it was fun. And Linda missed out on the live, but she I'm sure watched the other one, and it's so much fun. We have so much fun when we're together. So I love that we can share that with you guys. All right, and then a little bit on the stem. Just to be on the safe side. All right. Get it up without getting it all over myself. Okay, so this just adds that little bit of extra, and look, see, I got some of the glue on here. That's okay. All right. What? My finger stuck to this leaf. Okay. So now we have the front done, except for we have some eyeballs to put on them. Now, for the bluebird, I went ahead and picked out a blue eyeball, which I know I don't think that they have blue eyeballs, but in my world, this bird has a blue eyeball. Then for the brown bird, I am going to go ahead and give him a champagne because these are so pretty. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? See how pretty that is with the two? Love it. Thanks, Linda. That was a lot of fun. Okay, so now we have the inside, and what we need to do is to come in with the stamp set, which I used mini messages, and it comes in a big stamp like this, and then you go and you cut it out as one big stamp, so you have all of these to use for another time. So that's what I do, is I go through my stash and I pick out one that will fit. So today's was wishing you a year of magical moments and memories. And I want to sponge that with the brown because I want it to stand up from the vanilla here. Isn't that pretty? All right, so let's put this on first so that we can see where we want it. And this is very vanilla 5 1/4 by 4, which is what goes on the inside of all cards. That's the first dimension that you would have. All right, and then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this to make it stand up so it can prop open, and this will help it stay open for the tea light. I love these kind of interactive cards. They're fun. Okay, so let's move some of this out of the way so you're not distracted, or I'm not. Need to do a little bit of house cleaning. All right, so now, oh, thunder, great. All right, so I'm just going to stick it right about here, and then it will stand up on its own. Isn't that cute already? And then, because this is all kind of lonely down there, I'm going to do some the other leaf down at the bottom. And I'm going to try very hard not to get it anywhere this time. All right. Now remember, if you don't live near us, you can still buy the tutorial if you want. If you don't want to buy into the whole besties thing. Let's see, I'm trying to get it to where you can read it. That's not going to work. All right. Okay, so let's see if it works. We're going to put on the tea light. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. So 2 people are going to get a card today at the end. Let's turn off the lights one more time. Let me tilt it up a little bit so you can see. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Oh, so nice. Okay, so that is card number 1. Gorgeous. All right, so card number 2 is a little bit more time consuming because it takes a lot of steps. And here it is. This is called my Faux Bark technique, and it is very dimensional. And your fingers will get a little messy, but it is so much fun to do. So let's get started on that. So let's see. We need to start off with a piece of early espresso, and I'm going to score that at 5 1/2. I knew you guys would like that one card because it's so pretty. I mean, 4 1/4, not 5 1/2. Okay. And it wasn't that hard. And if you place an order of $35 or more, I will cut all this for you. You will get like this cut. No, you won't get the whole cut, but you'll get this. You'll get the any die cuts, the gold where you have to cut out stuff. You'll get all that. And then this one, I cut out. I do this and I do this. I can't do any stamping for you, but I can cut these and the background. Okay, but I'll give you everything you need. All right, so then we have that. Then we have, thank you, Linda. Thank you, Lola. Oh, you guys are all so nice to me. Thank you. All right, so then you need 2 pieces of crumb cake at 5 by 3 3/4. This is where the magic happens. And you cannot make a mistake because it looks like wood, so it doesn't matter. But you're going to take your soft suede and you are going to just very lightly rub the front of your, and just like get part of the ink on your cardstock. You turn it over, come from the other way. Easy peasy. Then we're going to come in with early espresso and do the same thing because we want it to look like it is going up and down like bark. Now, Pat had one yesterday that I got a little bit crazy on, but it still looked really good. It ended up where I had this big old blotch, and it ended up where it looked like a knot, so it was okay. All right, so now we have that. We're going to tear it towards us from the top, and you just want to tear it, and you like to get these wispies. I don't know if you can tell, but see how the paper tore and it leaves that? That's what you kind of want. So you're going to tear it into 4 strips, keep them in their line, like that. All right, so then here we go. Messy time. All right, where is my ink? Okay, here we go. So I'm going to do it with early espresso because we really want it to pop. So you're going to go one way on the edges, and you're going to go all the way around. But on the edge that's torn, not only do you go down, but you're going to come up, and you're going to make it bend so that it has, let's see if you can see. See that lip on it? If you can see, it's hard to tell, but this is curled. So that's what you want. And then you go all on all the edges. This is where your fingers get a little bit messy if you're not careful. You could wear gloves if it really bothers you, but that's my way of knowing I had fun today. All right, so I'm going to do this edge. This is the right side edge, so I'm going to do that. And then come up. So only in the middles, like the ones that you've torn, do you have it come up to. And since this is both sides of that, we're going to do it on both sides. Now, I came up with this by myself years ago, and I'm still so tickled with it. So hopefully you guys like it too. I wish I could understand you, Angelina. I think you're saying good things. Okay, so we're going to turn that around so we know that it matches. Does it? So you got to try to keep it. Yes. All right. You want to keep them kind of in the order in which you go so that it's easier to put together. Then it's like a puzzle. And I didn't want to do this ahead of time for you because then you wouldn't get the full thing. So we're doing this whole thing. And then go up. You really want it to curl. Okay. Okay, then you're really going to want to make it go. All right, so this goes like this. We're going to bring in our other piece of crumb cake so we can lay this down. They were exactly the same, so they're going to go just next to each other on here. So I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive. And this goes right up against the edge. Okay, then you're going to really make sure that this is up because the other piece on both sides, you want it to be curled as much as possible. Let's put this. And then they're going to just kind of fit in together. But you want to accentuate where it is curly. See how I have this big piece just sticking up like that? That's what I want. You'll see why. All right. And see, it doesn't matter if I make a mistake or make a mess on this because we're going to cover it up. So have it all go like this. Squish it in. Oh, this is turning out so good. Look at all the little wispies here. All right. This gets pushed in here and up against that edge. You really want it to fit. Okay, so now we have that. And if you accidentally didn't quite meet your edges here, it doesn't matter because we'll just sponge it and you'll never know. Well, you'll know because you did it, but nobody else will. All right, now here comes the fun part. We're going to emboss it. So I'm going to take my embossing buddy. You can use cornstarch, dryer sheet, whatever you have. And it does make your Versamark a little dirty, so don't use a brand new one. And I want you to try to accentuate all the edges, all the things that stick up, because we're going to try to catch those with our Versamark pad. So I'm just wiping it down carefully so it only catches the ridges. Then I'm going to do in a couple spots along the edges. Nothing, like not all the way around. And then you're going to come in with your gold. Now, I've never tried it with silver or anything. I don't know that that would look good because gold and wood kind of go together, in my opinion. All right. So I'm not sure you can see all the powder on there, but we're going to heat this up and watch, especially when it does it on the edges. It almost looks like it's on fire. It's so cool. Because it's not a real fire. All right. Now watch the edges, those edges. So cool. Whoops, I just unplugged. Hold on one second. I was pulling it and I unplugged it. There we go. Sorry about that. Trying to get it closer to me. I don't know if you can see the edges. They're so cool when they get turned. Okay. So isn't that pretty? Everyone is going to be different. Love this. Okay. So then you're going to come in and you're going to cut it with this circle, which go to your layering circles, and you want one that's a little smaller than this one. So you're going to put this on here and you're going to go ahead and run it through. Then let me get the piece that I've already done. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. All right, so this one, I went a little bit crazy with the gold. So you'll have to decide whether you like it with more gold or less gold. I kind of like it with less, but I went a little nuts. So, but it's still really pretty. All right, so we're going to take that, and then you can keep this for another project. I don't know what you would use, but you can always keep it. So then we're going to put this onto the back so that it shows through. So I'm going to go ahead and go around the hole. Whoops, went way over the hole. We're going to have to push that back in. And I hear my husband walking upstairs. I bet you he forgot that I'm doing a video. Hopefully he doesn't let the dog down here because he did that yesterday. All right. So we want this to show. So now it peeks through. Isn't that cute? All right. Then we're going to put this on to a piece of gold that I've already cut the center out of, because you don't, for one, I always do that because I don't want to waste any of this. This is something that I cut and I can use this for a lot. So we save that. So I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on here, trying not to get too to the edge. Why am I doing it this way? I don't know. It wasn't supposed to be that way. Shoot. It's supposed to be on the other side. Okay, we're going to embossing buddy that because I made a mistake. Doesn't matter because it's all going up, but we don't need that. All right, I just don't want it sticking. Woo! All right. Now, I'm going to embossing buddy or do the edges of this. See, I make mistakes. Good thing I caught it before it got too far, though. All right. I want to get my little, here it is, just in case, because I don't want this sticking on the back of that. Nothing sticky sticks to this silicone mat, which makes it awesome when you make a mistake like this so it doesn't mess up. All right. Then we are going to come in with our foam adhesive strips because I definitely want it to be back from the front because I want it to look like you're looking into the tree. Thank you, Linda. I'm reading your thing going, what is she talking about? Oh, she likes it. Yay. I hear you cheering. This is a fun one. This one really makes me happy when I do this. That's why I keep doing it. So to let you know that this is one of the PDF on my PDF where if you spend 35, you get 16 different designs. This is mine for last month that you will get this month. If you spend $35, you get 16. And everyone did a technique. So I wanted to share this one because it's so much fun. All right, then we are going to, let's see, take our, I've already cut this because we want it to be down. And this is going, I'm going to go ahead and put this here because I want it to be where this is held above, like back, the same distance as this. I know it doesn't make much sense, but it will. If I can get off the sticky. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on to the back, not towards the top, because we're going to stick those eggs in there. So we're going to, this is undone right here. So we're going to just put this in and make sure it goes as far. Well, it wants to come up a little bit more. See how it holds it again, like further away? I didn't need this piece, though it should maybe go over here to hold it. Here we go. All right. Nope, messed it up. There we go. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and take these off. I love that these stick up more than the dimensionals. That's why I use them. Dimensionals are a little bit thinner. And I should be using maybe my take your pick tool to get this off. So I'm going to get my vaccine tomorrow. Do you guys want to hear my whole drama thing from yesterday? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put this on here. The drama thing was... Okay, so I had somebody's help and I got my vaccine scheduled for April 1st. So I get online yesterday because my husband got one a lot earlier and right in. So I'm like, I'm going to go make me one that's sooner. And so I get online. I see the 26th. I'm like, yes, that's earlier than the 1st. I'm going to take it. So I canceled my April 1st appointment, made my next appointment, and it ended up where it was May 26th. Not good. So then I'm freaking out